Yo Rana, and welcome to FM Tahiti, a slightly blurry looking FM Tahiti by the looks of the camera on this. Just a quick video, this isn't a save update or anything like that, it's not by the numbers, it's not the FM Tahiti kind of career stuff. I've just not uploaded in a bit, so I thought I'd talk about why, very briefly, well less long. So obviously there's been lockdown, which has slowed kind of recording things down. It's a bit slower to get things recorded and done when your office essentially becomes a shared office with your wife, whose desk is just there. So I can't really record whilst we're both meant to be working. Shouldn't really be recording when I'm working, which I don't do, but I definitely shouldn't be doing that when she's working as well. So that's made it difficult to time. And the other thing as well is work's just got busier. But the more important thing is that I'm expecting my first child very soon. Obviously I'm not giving birth to them, so it's not really me expecting. I guess we are expecting hard work to be done by the wife, my new Jen. But that would be, well, I say it will be happening for a little while. By the time this video comes out, it might have already happened. Might be done towards the end of the whole thing now, which should be good, which I'm looking forward to. But yeah, it's obviously meant that we've been getting a lot of stuff ready as well. So I don't think I've actually picked up Football Manager to play in about two and a half weeks. I had lots of videos recorded that I've kind of stretched out. You probably noticed some of the thumbnails weren't done on time or the titles were wrong, just because I was so far behind with kind of juggling work and putting the nursery together, planning for stuff. Lots of things are much harder to plan for as well when you've got a pandemic, which means you can't really leave the house because you've got a pregnant partner. So that slowed things down a lot as well. So the channel's not dead or anything. And I'm going to try and record a few videos after this one now. I've got a chance, first time for a long time I've had a chance to do it, so I'm looking forward to it. But that's why I've been away. And it also means my videos will be slower going out in the future as well, because I'll be sleep deprived for good reason. And recording again will get harder with the baby around potentially. But they're going to carry on, just maybe not as frequently as I said before. There'll be longer gaps in between them and things like that. And depending on what goes on and what your feedback is as well, it might be that the by the numbers save gradually draws to a close and I just do the Tahiti stuff for the channel. And that's because I've got a new blog set up, which I'd love to be able to show you on the video, but for some reason it's not capturing my browser and it's not capturing the windows and things like that. But if you go to fmtahiti.com, it's all one word, fmtahiti.com, and the link's on my Twitter profile as well, you'll find my new blog. And what I've started to do is kind of collect a few Tahiti-based things there, a few by the numbers and stats based things, so things that are very similar to what I've been doing on Dictate the Game and by the numbers around, expected goals, expected assists, received pass position, DNA, that kind of thing. They're going to be collected there, and I'm also maybe going to start writing a kind of story save as well as doing a few updates and a few one-off stats kind of things for it. So there'll be the Tahiti updates will go on there as well, but they'll be kind of written form. And they'll be infrequent, but they'll be on there. There'll be lots of one-off stat stuff and sort of deep dives into bits and pieces from these saves as well, very kind of by the numbers style. And there'll be a new kind of save I'm starting, which is going to be with Locomotive Leipzig. I'll go in there, so you can see it all on there. There's only a few posts up there at the moment. I think there's only about 6 or 7 up there at the moment. We can have a nosy round, and all my other stuff's on Dictate the Game. And it might sound a bit weird because I've just said I've been really busy, things are going to get busier because there's going to be a baby on the way, and here's my new website and new kind of save to go along with it. But that's because I'm going to find it easier to write, I think, than I'm going to record and edit and so on. I've never been a particularly great editor at doing this kind of stuff, or particularly great at it, full stop, but I appreciate the support and people watching it. But recording takes the time it takes to record, plus the time it takes to get to the point to record it, so playing the matches in between and doing things in between. Plus then the editing, the processing, the making the thumbnails, the uploading, checking it's all ready and scheduling, which all kind of adds up. So I might only record a 20-minute video, but there's more time going on behind it, which people who make their own videos will know this already. I'm just telling you what you already know in that sense. But that's very time dependent on when you can record and when you can sit down to do those things. And I'm not going to have anything near or anything approaching kind of regular schedule for a while. Whereas if I'm writing, I can write sat down on the sofa with my laptop. I can play a lot of the game, get ahead, go back and write the backlog, schedule that and put it up, and still be in a position to carry on playing. I won't hit any bottlenecks where I can't play because I need to record, which is kind of the position I got into at the moment. So a couple of weeks ago I was probably ready to record the next episodes of Tahiti and the next episode of By the Numbers, but I had no time to sit down and record it, and because I couldn't do that, then I couldn't go any further, otherwise the gaps would get too big, or you'd miss the start of the season for Tahiti, for example. Whereas if I'm blogging it as I go along, I'll have a little bit more freedom to avoid those sort of bottlenecks. I can move around the different saves as well and do different things with that. And I can also do it kind of quietly. I can play quietly and write quietly whilst looking after a baby and having a weird sleep pattern and stuff like that. It's not going to bother anyone else I'm recording. Not that it currently does, but I imagine it will do at some point. So I think the blog's going to be a more sustainable way for me to play Football Manager and share stuff than recording 2 or 3 series is on YouTube. So the YouTube's not going anywhere, but the blog's here to kind of become the main thrust of what I'll be doing. So the Tahiti seasons will still be going up. By the Numbers is still going to carry on going up for at least this next season, and then I might dial it back and maybe just do end of season summaries and things like that, or one-off posts and end of season summaries when I'm covering the stats and things like that. But otherwise, go to fmtahiti.com and have a look at my blog there and let me know what you think. But yeah, just a quick update. Thanks everyone for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing and all that kind of jazz so far. I really appreciate it. I really enjoy it. And like I said, I'm not going away. I'm just going to be quieter. I'm going to be slow and steady. Much slower and much steadier than I was before. But yeah, thanks very much, and I hope you're all well. Hope you're all staying safe. And when the next time I do an update, it'll probably when I've got my new gen of my own. So yeah, take care of yourselves.